Result, they laughed at your vision, ignored your value, and treated you like you were nothing special. But the truth is, rare things are almost never recognized immediately. A diamond buried in the ground looks like an ordinary rock to untrained eyes. And that's your story. They rejected you not because you lacked greatness, but because your greatness was too rare for them to understand. One day, the same people who doubted you will wonder how they ever underestimated someone like you. You have to understand something powerful. Rejection does not define your value. Too many people spend years questioning themselves just because somebody failed to recognize their worth. They start believing the opinions of people who never truly understood them in the first place. But the truth is, people can only judge based on their own level of awareness. And when someone has never seen greatness in a form like yours before, they often mistake it for weakness, arrogance, weirdness, or failure. That is why rare people are so often rejected before they are respected. Think about a diamond before it is discovered. Deep in the ground, covered in dirt and pressure, it does not look valuable to the average eye. Result, most people would walk right past it without realizing what it truly is. Does that make the diamond worthless? Number. Its value never changed. The only thing missing was recognition, and that is exactly what happens to many people with extraordinary potential. They are overlooked, ignored, underestimated, and dismissed not because they lack greatness, but because the people around them lack the vision to recognize it. Some of the strongest souls on this planet have gone through seasons where nobody believed in them. They were doubted by friends, abandoned by people they trusted, and criticized for dreaming too big. But what separated them from everyone else was this: they refused to let rejection change how they saw themselves. They understood that another person's inability to appreciate them did not erase their purpose. And you must learn that lesson too. Never hand over your self-worth to the opinions of people who cannot even see their own potential. There are people who will reject you simply because your mindset intimidates them. Your ambition reminds them of the risks they were too afraid to take. Your confidence exposes their insecurity. Your discipline makes excuses look weak, and instead of growing, they try to make you feel small so they can feel comfortable again. But you cannot allow temporary rejection to make you forget who you are. Eagles are not accepted in rooms full of chickens because they were born to fly higher. Sometimes rejection is actually protection. Sometimes life removes you from places where your value was never going to be appreciated. You were not created to beg for attention, approval, or acceptance. The wrong people will always overlook a rare soul because rare things are uncommon by nature. Everybody can recognize something ordinary, but only a few can recognize greatness before the world confirms it. So stop questioning your worth every time someone walks away. Stop shrinking yourself just to fit into spaces that were never meant for you. The people who rejected you do not determine your future. They only reveal their limitations. A diamond does not lose value because somebody failed to recognize it, and neither do you. One day, the same qualities people ignored in you will become the very reason others admire you. Your time is coming. Keep building yourself in silence, keep believing in your purpose, and never let section convince you that you are anything less than extraordinary. Greatness often comes with loneliness long before it comes with recognition. That is the part nobody talks about. People love to celebrate successful individuals after they make it, but very few understand the isolation, confusion, and emotional battles those people endured before anyone believed in them. When you are different, when your mindset is bigger than the environment around you, you will naturally feel disconnected from people who are comfortable staying average. And that loneliness can either break you or build you into someone unstoppable. There are moments in life when you will feel like nobody understands your vision. You will sit alone with dreams so powerful that they scare even you. People around you may tell you to be realistic, to think smaller, to stop aiming so high. Not because your dreams are impossible, but because your ambition forces them to confront their own fear of failure. Most people choose comfort over growth, safety over risk, and routine over greatness. So when someone appears with a different mindset, they often reject it before they try to understand it. Every visionary walks through this phase Before the applause comes the silence. Before respect comes misunderstanding. Before success comes isolation. That is why so many powerful people spend part of their journey alone. They are mentally living in a future nobody else can see yet, and that creates distance between them and the people around them. But that distance is not always punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. Loneliness has a way of revealing who you really are. When there is nobody cheering for you, no validation, no support, you discover whether your belief in yourself is genuine or dependent on others. Weak people need constant approval to continue. Strong people keep moving forward even when nobody claps for them. That is the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Greatness requires the ability to stay committed during silent seasons. Some of the most dangerous transformations happen in isolation. While the world thinks nothing is happening, you are building discipline, wisdom, emotional control, and resilience. You are becoming stronger mentally. And often the people who laughed at your loneliness do not realize that isolation is where leaders are created. Diamonds are formed under pressure, but warriors are formed in silence. Do not fear being different. The crowd usually follows trends, but leaders create them. If everybody understands you immediately, chances are you are not thinking beyond the ordinary. The people who change the world are almost always misunderstood at first. History proves it again and again. Visionaries, creators, innovators, and leaders were doubted before they were celebrated. Their ideas sounded crazy until those ideas became reality. So if you feel lonely right now, do not automatically assume something is wrong with you. Sometimes loneliness is evidence that you are growing beyond your current environment. Sometimes it means your mind is evolving faster than the people around you can understand. Use this season wisely. Build yourself. Strengthen your focus. Sharpen your vision. Learn to stand alone without losing confidence in who you are. One day, the same people who ignored your journey will suddenly notice your results. They will see the confidence, the strength, the success, and they will wonder how you became so powerful. What they will not understand is that your greatness was born in the lonely moments with. Nobody believed in you, but you kept believing in yourself anyway. Pressure has the ability to either destroy a person or transform them into someone far stronger than they ever imagined. Most people run from pressure because it feels uncomfortable, painful, and unfair. But what if the very thing you are trying to escape is actually shaping you into the person you are meant to become? What if the struggles, betrayals, failures, and disappointments in your life are not signs that you are losing, but signs that you are being prepared for something greater? Diamonds are not created in comfort. They are formed deep underground under intense heat and crushing pressure over time. Without that pressure, the diamond would never exist. And the same principle applies to people with rare potential. Life puts pressure on those it intends to strengthen. The strongest individuals are rarely born through easy situations. They are created through pain, sacrifice, rejection, and endurance. Every difficult season forces them to develop a level of mental toughness that ordinary people never build. Think about the moments that almost broke you, the nights you felt abandoned, the times people bet. Raid your trust, the failures that embarrassed you, the situations that made you question your worth. In those moments, it felt like life was against you. But now look at yourself. You survived things that once felt impossible to survive. You became stronger emotionally, wiser mentally, more disciplined spiritually. The pressure did not destroy you, it revealed the power that was hidden inside you all along. Most people give up too early because they misunderstand pressure. They think struggle means they are not meant for greatness, but greatness is never handed to weak minds. Pressure is a test. It separates those who quit from those who evolve. Every challenge forces you to grow into a version of yourself capable of handling more responsibility, more success, and more power. Without hardship, many people would stay mentally weak forever. There is something dangerous about a person who has survived difficult seasons. They stop fearing temporary pain because they understand that pain has purpose. They become harder to intimidate because life already tested them in ways most people cannot imagine. They no longer break easily because every storm taught them resilience. That is why, Result, your struggles are not meaningless. They are building emotional armor around your spirit. Sometimes life isolates you because distractions are preventing your growth. Sometimes people walk away because their role in your journey has ended. Sometimes doors close because you are being redirected towards something bigger. At first it feels unfair, but later you realize that every painful experience pushed you toward your transformation. Pressure forces you to discover strengths you would never uncover in comfort. The truth is, weak environments create weak people. Comfort rarely produces greatness. Pressure creates focus. Pressure creates discipline. Pressure creates hunger. When everything is easy, most people stay average because they never have a reason to grow beyond their limits. But when life tests you, something awakens inside you. You begin fighting harder, thinking differently, and developing a level of determination that cannot be taught through comfort alone. So stop viewing your difficult season as evidence that you are cursed or forgotten. Some people are being tested because they are carrying rare potential. The pressure in your life is not there to bury you. It is to shape you. Every setback is teaching you something. Every challenge is strengthening your character. Every painful experience is preparing you for the future version of yourself. One day, people will admire your strength without understanding the pressure that created it. They will see your confidence, resilience, and success, but they will never fully understand the battles that built the person standing before them. And that is why you must keep going. Because pressure is not destroying you. It is transforming you into something rare, powerful, and unbreakable. One of the biggest mistakes people make is spending their lives searching for validation from people who were never capable of understanding them in the first place. They change their personality to fit in, silence their dreams to avoid criticism, and shrink their potential just to be accepted by others. But the moment you start depending on outside approval to feel worthy, you hand control of your confidence to people who may not even believe in themselves. And that is a dangerous place to live. The truth is, not everyone deserves access to your energy, your vision, or your purpose. Some people are committed to eyeing small-minded, negative, and limited. When they see someone who thinks bigger, moves differently, or carries strong ambition, it makes them uncomfortable. Instead of growing themselves, they try to convince you to lower your standards. They criticize your dreams, mock your discipline, and question your confidence because your growth exposes the excuses they hide behind every day. You have to understand that people often reject what they cannot control. When you stop begging for approval, when you become comfortable standing alone, and when you trust your own vision more than public opinion, you become powerful. Independent thinkers are dangerous to insecure people because they cannot easily manipulate them. That is why some individuals will try to make you doubt yourself. If they can weaken your confidence, they can keep you from becoming the person you were meant to be. But you were not born to spend your life seeking permission to be great. Imagine a lion asking sheep whether it deserves to lead. Imagine an eagle lowering its flight because chickens feel uncomfortable watching it rise. That is what many people do to themselves every single day. They reduce their brilliance, so others can feel secure. They apologize for being ambitious. They hide their intelligence. They dim their light to avoid standing out. And in doing so, they slowly betray who they truly are. Confidence is built the moment you stop needing constant reassurance from the world. Real confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet understanding that your value does not decrease simply because someone failed to appreciate it. You do not need everybody to agree with your path. You do not need universal support to pursue your purpose. Many successful people were doubted long before they were respected. If they had waited for everyone's approval, they would have never accomplished anything extraordinary. Some people will only support you after success becomes visible. When you are struggling, building quietly, and chasing a dream nobody understands, they may ignore you or even laugh at you. But the moment results appear, their attitude changes. Suddenly they see your worth. Suddenly they want to be associated with your success. That is why you cannot build your identity around other people's opinions. Their validation is temporary and inconsistent. The strongest individuals learn to value. Identify themselves. They wake up every day knowing who they are even when nobody else sees it yet. They trust their purpose during seasons of rejection. They continue improving without applause. They keep moving forward even when the crowd misunderstands them. That mindset creates an inner strength that cannot be destroyed by criticism or negativity. So stop shrinking yourself to fit into places that no longer match your growth. Stop explaining your dreams to people determined to misunderstand you. Stop waiting for approval before believing in yourself. The world will always have opinions, but opinions do not determine destiny. Never sacrifice your greatness just to make insecure people comfortable. Because the moment you stop chasing validation is the moment you truly become free. Free to think bigger, free to dream bigger, free to grow into the powerful person you were always meant to become. Your time is coming, but you must learn how to stay focused while life tests your patience. Most people give up too early because they expect immediate results. They want success to happen overnight, recognition to come instantly, and rewards to appear without struggle. But real greatness does not work that way. The strongest people often spend years building themselves in silence before the world notices what they have become. What looks like an overnight success is usually the result of countless unseen battles, sacrifices, failures, and moments where they almost gave up but chose to continue anyway. Right now, you may feel overlooked. You may feel like your efforts are invisible and your progress is too slow. You may wonder why others seem to move ahead while you are still fighting just to stay motivated. But never confuse a slow season with a dead future. Just because things are not happening as fast as you hope does not mean nothing is happening at all. Some of the greatest transformations occur quietly, beneath the surface, where nobody else can see them. A seed spends a long time underground before it ever breaks through the surface. During that hidden season, it is developing roots strong enough to support future growth. And people are the same way. Before life elevates you publicly, it often develops you privately. It teaches you discipline, patience, emotional control, resilience, and focus. Because if success arrives before your mindset is ready, success result can destroy you instead of empowering you. This is why you cannot allow distractions, negativity, or temporary setbacks to pull you away from your purpose. Every day you stay focused while others waste time complaining, comparing themselves and doubting their potential. You are separating yourself from the average mindset. Focus is powerful because it keeps your energy directed toward growth instead of emotional chaos. The world is full of distracted people who quit every time life becomes difficult. Rare individuals keep moving even when progress feels slow. There will be moments when nobody applauds you, nobody encourages you, nobody sees the sacrifices you are making. But those are the moments that define your character. Anyone can stay motivated when they are winning. The real test is whether you can remain committed during silent seasons when results are invisible. Champions are built in those moments. Leaders are built there. Powerful minds are built there. You also have to stop comparing your timeline to everyone else's. Some people bloom early and fade quickly. Others take longer to develop but become unstoppable once they rise. Your journey is unique. Life is not a result see against other people. It is a battle between who you are today and who you are capable of becoming. Every lesson, every failure, and every obstacle is preparing you for the future version of yourself. And one day, everything will change. The same people who doubted you will suddenly notice your growth. The same people who ignored your efforts will ask how you became so strong, so disciplined, so successful. They will call you lucky because they never witnessed the lonely nights you spent working on yourself while they were distracted by temporary comfort. They will see the results, but they will never fully understand the price you paid to achieve them. That is why you must keep going. Stay focused when it gets difficult. Stay disciplined when motivation fades. Stay committed when nobody believes in you. Because your future is being built right now through every small action, every sacrifice, and every decision to continue despite the obstacles. Your time is coming, not because the world suddenly became fair, but because you refused to quit when life tried to break you.